I don't know what you're going through right now, but I know the hardest thing that most youth are experiencing is unemployment, because I'm also one of those youth. And unemployment is not the easiest stage ever, if you understand what I mean. Because as an adult, we have expectations, and society has expectations on us. And being unemployed is one of those stages that makes you wonder a lot about your youthful days and even the future. But I have learned throughout the process that unemployment, you can actually beat unemployment in many ways, but it has to start in the mind. No matter what you do in life, if you have nothing to look out for, it's very hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. If you don't have any idea of where you're going, it's very hard for you to believe that you can get out of the stage that you are in. And unemployment is one of those stages that makes you feel like you cannot get out of this anytime soon. But actually, I've gotten to realize that you can. After 6 years of unemployment, I've got to realize that you actually can get out of the stage if you want to. So I took the turn to experiment a lot. Bear in mind, I've been unemployed for 6 years. And in the 6 years, it was very hard for me because as youth and as an African child, we are programmed to work for others, not to create work. But I sat down by myself. I started to think of all the things that I can actually achieve if I put my mind to it. And then I decided, since I grew up in a rural area, the lights were dim and everything was simple, I decided to sit down and explore my passions. That is the one thing that I started with. I started to explore my passions. It wasn't easy because as you grow older, you start to realize you have a lot of things in mind. I started to explore baking, cooking, catering, selling clothes, and all that. But in the end, I found my niche, which was catering and cooking. I had to follow through with it. I didn't have any material. I don't have money because I'm unemployed, but I followed through with it. And I started small. I started using the little stuff that I have at home. I started to explore the little things. And as time went by, I had to swallow my pride and face my fears, which brings me to the second point. Facing your fears. The first thing you should do is learn to approach life like you're a toddler. A toddler doesn't really care how they approach things. They just know I'm gonna do it anyway. So have that I can do it mind with whenever, whatever you're going through. So I started to face my fears, and I bear in mind, in this process I prayed. I prayed a lot because, to be honest, there's nothing you can do without God being in it. So I started to pray a lot. I gained my confidence slowly and slowly. And I started to focus on things that I can actually gain from my own self and just bear and go with it. And I did that. I faced my fears. I started to go out and just sell whatever I could sell, make the little that I can make so that I come home. And when I got home, I did what I had to do with the little that I had. And then I went back to my prayer life, which brings me to the point, having a prayer life. Listen, anything in this world happens for a reason. Most important part of life is prayer. Build a relationship with God. If you want the future to be bright for you, build a relationship with God. Prayer fixed most of my life situations because there were days where I was alone and I could not talk to anyone. Nobody understood the depression, the anxiety, the stress, the frustration I was going through for not having a job for 6 years. And everybody will keep telling you it will be okay, it will be okay, but they don't understand that of course it will be okay, but as you age and age, you get to ask yourself, where am I going? What am I doing? I had to go to the one that created me, that is God, read my Bible. I started to meditate on the word. I started to pray. I started to teach myself how to fast because I needed answers. And the only person who was going to give me answers was God. So my best advice is fix your relationship with God and see what happens. It's not going to be easy. The journey is not going to be soft, but you will come out courageous, you will come out strong, and you will definitely have an answer to some questions that you've always asked and you have never gotten the answer. So fix your relationship with God, fix that intimate relationship, stay away from a lot of things that are going to push you away from building a relationship with God, and just focus on your spiritual health. Read the Bible, refrain from doing things that are going to get you detached from God, and just focus. Which brings me to my other point, which is focus. Unemployment can take away our brains. It can take away our mind. And it can bring us to the point where we lose focus and we almost lose ourselves. So the most important thing is, after building a relationship with God, try and focus on what you want to build in life. Listen, unemployment will always be there, but we will not always be there. So it is best to utilize the time of unemployment by building yourself, building focus, and trying to establish something for yourself that can actually take you away from the mind of unemployment, but put you in the mind of being, instead of being an employee, you become an employer. So fix your mind and focus on you. Focus on building your mind, your health, and everything that is about you, your confidence and all that. Because when you are happy with yourself, when you are happy with what you're doing, it tends to give you strength to focus on things that are actually meant for you, and you start to see the light where there's no light. Be the difference. Okay guys, thank you for listening. I still have more points which I'll make a video about, but for now I would like you to do all these things and try to fix your mind on things that actually matter, which is you. You are more important than anything that's happening around you, whether it's unemployment, stress, depression, and all that. You are always important. You have a step to take, and you have a stamp to make in this world. So make a difference and start doing things for yourself that can actually bring you out of that zone of sadness and into a zone of happiness. Until next time, please like this video and comment any question you want to ask. Otherwise, God bless you and take care.